Okay, I'm finally back. I was going to record this last week. Remember I told you I had the freewheel tool, but if you notice, it looks pretty tore up. I made the mistake of buying a cheap freewheel tool. So this one here came from Park Tools from a bike shop in Clinton, New Jersey, and it actually had worked. I actually broke it free already, but I'm going to show you how I did it. I saw this on a video myself, and I really liked the method. You put the tool in there, and you put it in your vise, and you turn it counterclockwise. It frees it up. Or so now you got to get the nut off. All right, stop it. So it's broken free. It'll spin right off now. Oh, with the tool. Need the tool. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I have the quick release kit. I'm going to do the axle, clean the bearings, clean the races, grease them, put the axle kit in, and then we'll come back and we'll put the cassette and the rotor on when I have that done. Okay, I'm back. You notice I have my glasses on because I can't see what I'm doing. I already have the axle in here. If anybody's doing this, just so you know, the front axle went in right the way it was. This took a little bit of playing around with spacers and stuff and different size nuts to make it have the correct spacing on the ends. But I did get it back together. The bearings are greased and all ready to go. So now, before I put my freewheel on, I'm going to put just a little bit of anti-seize on there. You could use grease, I guess. This stuff, you got to be careful. You get this on your fingers, it's tough to get out, to get off. I need just a little bit. We'll spin our new freewheel on there. Okay. And then I'm going to do the same trick to tighten it as we did to free it up. But we don't have to make it real tight, just a little bit. I was actually trying to find a torque spec on it and I couldn't find one for this freewheel. However, we're going to put our rotor on. You see it's a little 140 rotor. 140 in the back, 160 on the front. They're a little bit small compared to modern bikes what people are using, but it's good enough for now. So we're going to put this on here, and I'm going to use a little bit of Loctite on the screws. It's always a good idea. Just the medium strength is good. If you use the high strength, you're going to have a problem getting them out because these little heads will strip out. Okay, let me get these all started and then we'll come back. Alright, so I got all the screws in. Whenever you're doing something with screws like this in a pattern, you always want to tighten them across from each other so that it pulls down flat. I pulled them up with the T-handle. But I'm actually going to use a torque wrench, real old style snap-on inch-pound wrench. I've been a mechanic for a lot of years, and I never use torque wrenches on nothing unless I was working on an engine or a differential. But last 5 years or so, I've been really looking up the torque specs and really trying to stick to the manufacturer's torque specs. So we're doing these to 40 inch pounds. I'm actually going to include a chart I found that covers most bicycle fasteners in the description. Tracy's going to include a link. It doesn't say this exact hub, so I am sort of guessing a little bit, but okay. So we go back across, always double check. Make sure you got them all. Because if your rotor falls off, it's definitely going to be a bad day.
What happens? The wheel falls off too?
No. The brakes don't work. Well, actually, it'd probably be worse. It'd probably jam up on you. And if you're going down a hill and it jams up, it's not going to be good. All right, put a little skewer through here. And we're going to go over, put it on the bicycle here. Same thing as the front. Got to adjust it a little. Ooh, this does not have enough spacing. Okay, you can stop. Okay, well, I got the wheel together. I had to add some spacing. The new freewheel is a little wider than the original freewheel. But it's all together now. And the next step is I'm going to put this bike over my other building. And I'm going to bring the Polygon in and start taking that apart. My 11x1 drive actually showed up. So the next thing we're going to do is work on that bike. And so hopefully you've been enjoying the things we've been doing. Obviously none of this is state-of-the-art mountain biking or anything, but it's fun. I enjoy working on it. We enjoy riding. So if you've enjoyed the video, feel free to do the thumbs up thing. Unless you're related to me in some way, then you better be doing thumbs up anyway, even if you didn't like it. And then also if you want to leave a comment, if you have any comment on my projects or anything like that, feel free to do that. So we'll be back with the Polygon. See you next time.